Hey everyone, meet Joseph. Joseph is a normal boy, but he has autism, and with autism comes speech impairments. Now I want you all to imagine something. You're all stuck in quarantine and you want to communicate with your friends. You have everything you need necessary, a phone, a laptop, a tablet. The one problem is that the send button in all of your apps, they're all glitched out. They don't work. You're so close to communication, but you just can't get there. And for 1.4 million people across America, this is the harsh reality of their daily lives. 1.4 million people equates to 0.5% of the entire population. And if this doesn't resonate with you, that's greater than the entire population of Philadelphia. That's crazy. Right now, the status quo, also known as augmentative and alternative communication, is inefficient and unproductive. In addition, it's really finicky to learn, and thus, it leaves people with autism at a major disadvantage. The first step to our solution is electrocorticography, or ECoG, which we can use to monitor brainwaves in the left hemisphere of the brain, which is responsible for language and speech. ECoG is an invasive BCI, which means it has to be implanted through surgery, but the data that we can get from it is very precise and accurate because it is high resolution. Our AI algorithms will be recurrent neural networks because it's very good at processing sequential data and keeping track of all of our inputs, kind of like an internal memory. In our case, phonics and word data will be constructed into sentences. In its entirety, this is how our product will work. The ECoG will extract gamma waves from the brain, and these waves will be broken down into smaller chunks during temporal convolution. Smaller chunks is crucial. Say, for example, the person wants to say feature sequences. Well, the network has to be able to decipher between the E in feature and the E in sequences, and thus smaller chunks is super important. These chunks are fed into the encoder RNN, which keeps track of the final hidden state, which is just a collection of all the inputs. This is technically our sentence, but it is low resolution, meaning that we can hear all the sounds together in order, but we can't understand what the words actually mean. In addition, the RNN will predict what the actual sounds are, and this is important for training the entire network. The next step is having a decoder RNN, which takes as input the final hidden state, and it takes in small segments. The decoder RNN takes these small segments and is able to decipher them into clear words because it uses high resolution. And also the RNN makes a prediction after each input, meaning that as it goes through all of the inputs, we can slowly see the sentence being formed. In addition, our app will feature an optional text-to-speech code, which uses natural language processing to convert text into speech. This is useful in case a student wants to participate in a class discussion, for example, but they don't want to have the teacher to have to come all the way across the room to read the text. These are mock-ups for the ElectroChat mobile app, and as you can see, they're very simple and the interface is very clean. This is useful because people with autism, we don't want them to have finicky devices like the current augmentative and alternative communication. We want them to be able to navigate our app cleanly and easily. For people like Joseph and also the 1.4 million people across the world, using ElectroChat, we can give them the opportunity to live the life that they've always wanted.